Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Also Cooks, and I hope you're ready because today is finally the day we are going to tackle Montreal bagels. We're finally going to see what's better, New York or Montreal style bagels. So get ready, wash your hands, strap in, because we're about to figure it out. So what I have here is what I'm trying to recreate, St. Viateur bagels from Montreal. Now this is the store-bought kind that they produce, so it's not as good as a fresh bagel. As you can kind of see here, it's stiff. Honestly, not that great. They do make good frisbees though. However, our mystery hen is a bad catch, so that one hit the floor. Let's give him this half of our extremely stiff bagel. And you're gonna take my word for it that these are much better from the actual St. Viateur when they're hot and fresh. Without further ado though, let's get recreating. To your mixing bowl, you are going to add your warm water with 2 packages of active dry yeast, and you are going to wait around for that to get nice and foamy before adding in 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. Whisk that in with a 1/4 cup of oil, half a teaspoon of salt, and about half a cup of high quality maple syrup, because we're in Quebec. If you can't find high quality maple syrup, substitute honey instead. That's what the actual recipe says to do, but I can't resist maple syrup. Using the dough hook attachment, begin to mix and slowly add in about 5 cups of bread flour, adding it in batches and mixing until it's smooth. Now, if you're as impatient as I am, this can become quite a mess, as you can see here. But regardless of the mess, continue until your dough is nice and smooth. Shape it into a nice ball and get it back into the bowl to rest for about an hour. Now be sure your bowl is lightly oiled and covered with plastic wrap and in a nice warm location, like your countertop. This hour should give you enough time to make your mysterious hands and wives breakfast sandwiches in the middle of the night, because what else are you gonna do with those store-bought bagels? Next up, to a wide pot, go ahead and fill it up halfway with water and add in half a cup of honey. Bring that up to the boil, and while you're doing that, you are going to separate your dough into equal pieces. I got about 18 pieces here. Your mileage may vary. Now, I floured my work surface here. That made it incredibly difficult. So what you're going to do is you're going to not flour your work surface, take the dough, roll it out into a snake tube shape, bring the 2 ends together underneath your fingers, and then press down and roll at the same time. I know this sounds a little bit confusing, but once you start doing it multiple times, it becomes very, very easy. Once everything's rolled, get your toppings ready. I am going with half sesame, half everything bagels, because everything bagels are absolutely the right way to go. Now, as with the New York bagels, we are going to boil these. Put it into the boiling honey water mixture for 1 minute, turn and cook for a further 1 minute. Repeat until all are done. Get them lined up onto your baking sheets and get them into the oven at 475 degrees, cooking until done, turning about halfway through. If you have a pizza stone, that is all the better. You want nice color on these bagels. Now finally we come to the point we've all been waiting for. Where do they stack up in the bagel hierarchy? Are they the top of the doughy mountain, or is New York all the better? If I'm honest, and I say this as a Montrealer, the New York bagels are a lot better. These are just a different type of bagel. They're a lot chewier, a lot more dense, a lot more gluten involved. I like a fluffy New York style bagel, but that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I hope you give this recipe a try and my New York style recipe a try, and tell me which one is your favorite. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm glad to finally be able to bring this video to you. Hope you have yourselves a lovely week. Stay healthy, stay happy.